Brash is a battle rapper, a producer, a songwriter, a blogger, and dickbag. This is the art of hip-hop. Talking with underground rap's best MCs. And here's your host, Brash.
I am quickly rising as the Howard Stern of this fucking battle rap. No, I'm not shit. Anyways, tonight is a very special episode of The Art of Hip Hop because we have an interesting topic of conversation, which is going to make people angry. And that's what life is about. Tonight we have, Who dat?
You brought the right guy. You want angry people? You got the guy here.
Yeah, how you doing?
Ooh.
Hold on just one moment. So tonight I got Bobby Shutt, a.k.a. aLiterate, nasty MC. And I can tell you from experience, too, because, you know, I like to think I know what I'm doing with this hip-hop shit. I got a grasp of how to hold the mic. I know how to craft a verse. I know how to get out there and attack a motherfucker and tell him exactly how whack he is. But in this case, against this kid, I tried to do those things, and I lost to aLiterate because he's a dope MC. At the Bellaterra event, you can see the footage of Brash versus aLiterate from last August up there. And yeah, I mean, I would like to say I did not get bodied, but I definitely took like a respectable loss to this cat. Cause I got a body like a bumper car and something hard.
Oh.
Something start.
Bonus point if you can tell what kind of drugs aLiterate is on during the battle.
Yeah, exactly. And
I didn't notice it like when it was going on, and like when I first watched it, I didn't notice it. I just thought you were pasty and shit. Then you're like, yeah, I was fucked up, man. I started watching it again, and I was like, yeah, it was a mess. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't even. Whatever. Okay, and then we got Vorheez.
No, you put it on though.
No, I have to introduce you now. This is the part where I tell you who the other voice is. It's Vorheez, the co-host, co-owner of the 413 Battle League out in Massachusetts. He's a dope MC. One of the reasons I want to have this cat on with me is because this weekend we're doing Lumpfest for my boy that passed away at Sully's Pub.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, he's a good people, man, and I miss that guy a lot. So it's going to be nice to hang out with some people that I haven't seen in a while, catch up with them, celebrate, you know, Lump's life and raise some money for his kid to go to college like we do every summer. So if you're in the Hartford area, come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I think that's a pretty awesome and noble thing for, you know, the scene to get together and do, man. And like, you know, I'm not from CT or anything like that, and but like, I feel like I can identify with dude because he did the same shit that I did. You know?
Yeah.
Running open mic.
Yeah, you ran into him though a couple times in your career, though, right?
Oh yeah, no. I definitely I played that open mic I think twice. And then I've seen him at other shows because I remembered him obviously from playing open mic. We chatted online, you know, yada yada, and all that kind of stuff people do. Yeah, so he was a good dude. You know, I would never say that I knew him like, you know, we were like best buddies or anything like that. We were on good terms, you know. Whenever we saw each other, it was all good, and you know, he was a good dude and did his thing for the scene, which I respect that above anything. When I first started going to open mics and doing shit, like I would always he would be the dude that I was trying to impress, you know, being like 22 years old, like. Lump Sum's cool, man. He's been around. He was already 15 years in or whatever at that point, as far as being a hip hop artist. So I was like, if I can get this guy to think I'm dope, think I'm getting somewhere. And I remember it was like my mission to be like, this guy needs to think I'm cool. You know, we have no people listening right now, by the way, but I don't give a fuck. Oh man, so just us talking, huh?
Yeah, just us having a rap.
I was gonna say because that's funny because I was 22 when I met Vorheez, and I still think he's a dork. So.
Oh yeah.
he never tries to impress me. So.
Yeah. Speaking of people passing away, though, did you guys hear about what is his name? Nat. Fucking the guy who battled Jack Shit. I remember that battle too. I've seen that like popping up online, and I've been really busy, man. I haven't had a chance to actually look into it. Yeah.
And I've only just seen his Facebook name popping up. You know what I mean? So I can't say who was even passed away, but I've seen like Organic shouted him out. I saw a couple other people shout him out. So,
yeah, most likely
what's the deal?
Most likely one of those things that plague battle rappers, either a drug overdose or a car accident or some shit. It sucks, but it happens.
I don't even know what you guys are talking.
Huh?
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, a battle MC died somehow. It's kind of a mystery to me.
Was he a Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah, King of the Dot?
Yeah, he was one of the ground floor King of the Dot battle rappers, like one of the guys who helped build the foundation. That's the most that I know about him,
That's tough, because those guys, what was the other dude's name? Brucey B? Was that his name who passed away?
I don't know. I don't know. I missed that one, man.
That was a while.
Yeah. It was a while ago, but it's tough, I fucking hate drugs, man. Like, I'm not saying that this dude passed with drugs, but just in general, fucking.
Yeah, we don't know what the story is, so for us to be like, oh, it's drugs, like, we don't know.
No, not at all. He could have been sick. Could have been a million things. But,
yeah.
Like you said, you automatically make that assumption because of the line of work that we are in or whatever,
right.
line of fun we're having,
Yeah, and I also think he was young too, because like from what I was seeing from the feed was people were surprised by it. It wasn't like something that, because when somebody's like 85 and they pass away, it's like, oh, that's sad, but that's a full life. You know what I mean? When somebody goes and they're like
mid-30s. I would love to see an 85-year-old battle rapper. I'd love to see an 85-year-old battle rapper.
My osteoporosis will get you overdoses.
Like if you're a battle rapper, where do you go? Like when you get old, like you just keep going. I mean, Jay-Z's like making ground for old rappers right now.
Yeah, he is. He's the standard of how old you can be.
Yeah, for real. I mean, like I grew up thinking that rappers had to give up at like 25 or something like that.
Yeah, I used to feel that way too, man, and now I'm 30 and, I'm like, I have to back off from this a little bit and concentrate on my career, that's kind of like where my head's at. I mean, I'm still going to do this radio show and stuff, and I got that album done, but hey, what's the deal? We can't really talk, I don't want to talk business on the air, but I really want to talk to you about that publicist shit that we were talking about, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. No, yeah, big things. I'm making brass into fucking
we're gonna be
powerhouse in the industry.
Yo, we're gonna be so famous, man. We're gonna be huge.
No, but for real, can I tell you? And just because I think I can say this without putting any fucking cats out of the bag. That in this shit, there are many like you having this show, and there's many things. I see dudes who always just want to be rappers, And I think that there's a lot of other shit that people can do that still you can even still be a rapper, man. But you can fucking expand your horizons and do some other shit. Like you have this show, you battle, you MC, you produce.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at
don't be a one-trick pony.
Exactly.
Never be a one-trick pony.
I was looking at Jim Norton, the comedian Jim Norton. Like he is a stand-up comedian. Like he does shows every night, but then he's up on the radio talking about life every morning too. You know what I mean? So he's in two different lanes, and now that dude just landed at top. Like he's a comedian, but he's also like an author. He's also. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like he's got more. He's more than just a one-trick pony. It's not like he's just going out there and telling jokes into a mic. Like he's an interesting character, and that's kind of what I'm aiming at nowadays.
You know what I want to talk about? Because the lyrics over there are fucking quiet as shit.
Yeah.
I want to talk about
touching his own dick. Huh?
I want to talk about his battle this Sunday. Oh, fuck you. It's all good. You can cut me off anytime. Yeah, no, I want to talk about your battle, because who you got? You got My Block Bezzy?
I thought it was Beezy.
I pray to God, it's My Block Beezy. Okay, yeah.
Beezy?
But yeah, I'm battling My Block Beezy.
How do you feel? You feel confident about that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm like, I don't know. I've seen his battles. Like, he's all right. I haven't really. I mean, I have 2 rounds. I haven't really worked on like the etiquette of it and shit like that.
You got 48 hours for round 3, bro. Get going.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely have ideas floating around, and I don't know. I'm at the stage I'm always at a couple days before a battle.
All right.
But with the way I do things, there's never like a confident feeling going into it because it's just all over the place. You know
See, but that's a good way to be though, because like I don't know, man. I take battles, like a lot of MCs take battles real seriously. I take it kind of like you and me are playing a pickup game of basketball. You know what I mean? So like when I can be like, I lose and shrug it off, where some of these dudes, they get like, no man, I didn't lose. Like, dude, if it was a game of pool, would you really be crying like this right now? Calm down, take a breath. It's not a fucking big deal.
I don't know. I'm a really competitive person. I don't feel like I've taken an L yet, and when I do, I'm going to be mad. But I kind of feel like I need to take one soon to kind of like light a fire under my ass, because I haven't been as like...
You've been on a fucking roll, bro.
...battling as I was.
Is this your first battle since Dorico?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
let's talk about that battle with Dorico, man, because yeah, that was a little awkward in places.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Momentum. I saw his YouTube comment on it for himself on that video.
What do you think?
See, that's what I was trying to avoid. You two talking over each other and not getting out what you're going to say.
Yeah, we have a problem with it. I usually try to do one other person so that it's back and forth, but tonight it was special. No, I don't know. But Dorico wrote this 21 hours ago on the YouTube. He put, now that I just actually rewatched this battle, I def won round 1 easy, so calm that 3-0 shit down. Maybe in y'all's eyes, he edged me, which is y'all opinion, but for y'all to say I got bodied is just absurd. But like I said, it's y'all opinion, so carry on. And then he wrote laugh LMFAO at the end.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That just kind of shows that he's not. I mean, if you're going to argue that you won a battle, I feel like...
Yeah, I feel like as soon as you argue, like, I won that. Or even if you say that, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, well, who are you telling, yourself or are you telling us? Because maybe I don't feel that way.
If he got any round in that battle, it was the third. They definitely don't the third.
Well,
I don't know. When he started freestyling and he's...
Yeah, well, this is my thing is, and I honestly I can't be too
biased,
too in on my opinion right now, you know. But like,
my God,
oh come on, dude, come on. I know I'm not supposed to have an opinion. I'm the lead guy. I'm not supposed to have a fucking opinion. Not like you can't have an opinion, but this is my thoughts, right? Like, you know what I mean? I think it was a good battle. I think that Dorico, even when you watch it on camera, you know, he's kind of shitting on the crowd. You know, it's not a good look, man. I think the crowd was actually a good crowd. You know what I mean? Like,
very good
if
crowd.
You watch the three, I thought the crowd was, and I told him that at the battle. You know, I told him that afterwards and stuff. And we talked honestly. I have to say, shout out to Dorico because we did, you know, chat back and forth online, whatever, after the battle, and he apologized for, you know, getting bent out of shape and shit during the battle and whatever, you know. So it's all love, man. You know. But my whole thing is that I thought that if he won any round, I would have given him the first, because I feel like he didn't really develop his angles. He stayed with that same angle throughout the battle, and you know, and dude, you know, aLiterate's not like a tough guy. You know, like I don't when I hear him rap, I never think of him as a tough guy. You know what I mean? Like I know you. Well, I know, but I know you used to wrestle and stuff. You know, it's cool. You know, I know you used to lay down, do suplexes and shit, throw me around. It's all good. You know, you got that. But I don't. Yeah, like I don't see you like, you know, you don't muscle on people. You know what I mean? So like, it wasn't a good angle to take. You know what I mean? But I think that how, you know, what he said in it, as far as taking that angle, he did a good job. You know, but it wasn't a good angle to take because I think it was easy enough for you to come back at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he kind of just... I feel like he took aLiterate light when he shouldn't have. Because on the car ride up, he was talking like, no, man, this kid has got nothing. He was like, I saw him battle you, and then he let me know that I lost. But from the conversation that I had with him, he took aLiterate light. That's kind of, I think, what a big component of what happened that day. You know,
I feel like a lot of people who come out of town take a lot of guys from our league, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're a young league, you know what I mean? I think it's that is getting gone as time moves on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, I've seen it happen, you know what I mean, where people just didn't take it as serious as I would like to see them take it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, like case in point is that dude in Connecticut, Cognito, who Lord K battled.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
like,
God.
He knew, like that was horrible. Like, wait, you're gonna take him that life, you're not even gonna prepare for it, and then and then get smashed, and then not have your dough or whatever, and it was a mess,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just silly. Like he, I don't know. I think that came from us not having that much footage. K had been stood up a couple times, so he didn't have that much footage anyways, and it was old footage by that time. Even though we prepared for a couple other battles.
Yeah. Yeah, Lord K's had a fucking rough hand with this battle shit, man. Like, mad people just kind of ducking him. Not like he's, this lyrical beast or anything like that. It's just like people have been shitty to him. It's not fair, Like, all that preparing.
Yeah.
Like, when the Uno Lavos battle didn't pan out, I was pissed, but, that's a different situation altogether. But still, like when that happened, the first person I thought of was Lord K. I was like, man, this must be how K felt, preparing all that time and doing all that work, and then for nothing,
Yeah, not for real.
And it's happened to him like 6 times or something crazy.
I think he had 4 in a row, if I remember correctly.
Dude, that's like a whole year's of battle for me. Like, I don't do battles that frequently. I'm not out there trying to battle every 2 weeks or anything, So it's like, if somebody bails, it's like, oh, fuck. There's a huge gap in my fucking resume now, Lame. If you're going to do a battle, just do it. Don't say you're going to do it and then don't do it. Fuck.
Yeah,
for real.
I've been thinking about it.
I mean, about what?
Just people ducking from battles. Like, I'm going to be going 4 hours to Staten Island. Like, literally, the battle's supposed to end at 11. Sells the main event. I'm not going to miss that. I'll probably after a party and work the next day here after a 4-hour drive. I'm probably not going to sleep at all. But, like, I'm not going to miss the battle because I said I was going to be there, and that's what it is. Like, I don't understand how people, like, don't show up to battles. Like, don't say you're going to battle if you're not going to battle. Like, or back out in a reasonable amount of time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You have plenty of time to plan that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine, the amount of time that, that you take to get that shit ready, and then not having somebody just because they're being a bitch, basically. It's ridiculous. And it's the worst thing I think about it, and this what happened with K too, is that really sucks, is that it happened twice with happened twice with Focus. Like you try to give a dude a rematch, give him that chance, and then he doesn't show up again. It's just like, ugh. And then, we felt like that was going to happen with Dirt, and we didn't want that to happen with Dirt. So that's how his match with Lex came about, because that had happened to him twice in a row. I'm like,
Dirt's pretty much fallen off the radar completely, right? He doesn't do anything anymore. He just kind of does his thing, works his tattoo job. I haven't seen him in any battle rap scenarios in about a year.
I think the last one was either that Bender or that young kid, Jay Worth, maybe. I can't remember if Jay Worth was before or after Bender. Yeah, I mean, he came out and did the battle with us, with Sakurai. He did the Bender battle the day after. And I feel like he might have had one more after that, and then it was just gone. I mean, yeah, I don't know. We tried to have him out a couple times, and, showed, so, that's that,
Fucking nice.
Shout out Dirt. Give me a call. What up? But,
yeah, I don't know, man.
It's what it is. It is what it is, dude,
His pen game is fucking ridiculous, dude. I love his style of battling and shit, man. I feel like he has it down where, like, I don't know, watching him live, like, was the first time I realized, like, the separation between, like, the dudes that do it and then, like, the dudes that don't. I mean, Stick out was on, and that was, like, a wicked close battle to me. But, like, I just feel like Dirk had, like, an element to him that, like, I had never seen in a live battle before, and I was like, oh, shit, like, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's the seasoned veteran. You know what I mean? Like you don't get confidence in that kind of environment just off of one battle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many battles he has, but I know he's got a bunch.
Yeah, he's got like 40 plus battles, and he kills about 85-90% of them. You know what I mean? The only one that I remember watching where it was like, I lost that one was the Johnny Storm battle. And I was talking to him on the phone about that last year too. And he was like, yeah, that was the one that when it went down, I was like, oh man, I got to make this right. And that's, like aLiterate was saying about taking a loss. It's not a bad thing, because as soon as that happened, aLiterate came back and, avenged his own death with the blood of 1,000 more MCs, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I'm saying, man. I'm wondering how I'm gonna feel after my first L, or at least my first L that I feel I'm taking.
Huh?
So far,
You're never happy with how you do. That's the thing, is like, you may not take an L, but you're never happy with how you do anyway.
Yeah, I'm never satisfied.
Yeah.
I never get the satisfied feeling I want, you know?
Yeah, I just want to have like some lights out shit that like nobody's fucking with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like, cool, you can win a battle, like that's great, but like if you're not outperforming everybody else that's at the venue, like I want to be the best one there every time. That's the way I see it. So, like that's why I'll be like, times I'll be like, fuck it, like damn it, you know what I mean? Like shit, I won, but wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean that's how I feel like when I show up at a show. You know what I mean? Like I'll watch the other guys, I check them out and shit, but I'm always kind of like, all right, you know, like what can I do to like be a little different and like, you know, get above them or some shit, make sure my shit's tight.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you know.
That's what I love about hip-hop, man. It's just competitive in nature, man.
So Vorheez, are you still out for blood for Miller, or how do you feel about that? You still want to battle him?
Oh man, I wanted to, dude, but it's been so long. It's like, you know, I don't think he's interested in that. I think there's a clear reason why. You know, I'm not. You know, I think that's a no-brainer. You know, but I definitely wanted to for a little bit. 'Cause I was heated. You know, I was heated that somebody we fucking, you know, had brought in as one of the first people who basically helped us start the league just kind of bitched out. You know, disappointing. You know. And the fact that I know the kid, you know, and you know, Tony knows him, and we were all cool and shit. And then, you know, it was the whole demeanor, everything, you know.
I still like him, but he didn't directly do anything to me, you know.
No, and well, you know what though, and if he like taken the battle, I probably would still like him too.
Yeah.
and I can't even say I dislike him, you know, like, for real, because I just ain't talked to him in a minute, so it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really dislike people like that, you know. I'm not like there's. He didn't personally spit in my face, you know?
You know something I realized is that when people get mad at you and they decide they don't like you for a while or whatever, it's not ever actually a permanent feeling. Like at the time when they bash you or say what they say to you, they act like it's a permanent feeling, but like I had a couple of producers and stuff that I used to work with. What I did recently, I went into my Gmail account, and I don't know if you use LinkedIn, but
yeah, okay.
No, I know it's corny, but whatever. I use LinkedIn for my day job shit. And so it was like import contacts from Gmail, and I said okay. But when I said okay, I didn't realize that it was going to hit everybody up who's ever emailed me at Gmail. So like producers that I kind of had a falling out with, and like MCs that I didn't really know, and you know, like all these people that I just didn't think cared for me, like accepted my friend request, and it just kind of blew my mind. Like, dude, I got fired by somebody at the end of 2012. It was bullshit. It really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I basically got fired for finding another job. You know what I mean? And this dude got my friend request and accepted it. So right there, I realized how bullshit people are. Because if you really hated me, you're not gonna accept my like erroneous friend request, you know? I mean, fuck, you decline it but every single person essentially that I reached out to on that thing, even on accident, was cool. You know what I mean? So nobody's listening to us. We're an empty show, but that's okay because I'm gonna put the fucking shit up online.
There's no one, seriously, no one
Zero.
listening to us.
0 people are currently listening. Maybe Tony was right. I should start doing them at 9 o'clock instead of 8.
But yeah, well, I actually got to call a venue too. So don't keep me on forever because I got to call this venue. I was supposed to call like at 8:30. So.
Well, you got 40 more minutes and we're done.
40 more fucking minutes? Are you high?
I could do a short one if you really are like, oh my god, I can't handle talking that long.
Well, no. Can I take a break? I do have to call this venue. I didn't realize I was gonna be on the phone with you for like that long.
You don't listen to this show, do you?
I do listen to the show, but you fucking edit the shit out of them.
No, I don't.
Yeah, right now.
What are you talking about? I never edit shit. I put them online exactly as they come out. Huh?
When does the show end?
You don't cut them?
No, I don't cut them at all. I just fucking record it.
Really?
Yeah, and then I make a high quality MP3 and I stick that shit online.
Oh, well then everybody's gonna hear all of this shit.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, well here, let's chat for a little. Well, here, let me tell you what's going on, all right?
Why don't we all call the venue together?
Well, no, here, check it out. This actually pertains, all right? So, we've been, I know aLiterate is booked for a battle with us in August. We've been dealing with going through all these venues because of issues with the police department stemming from our last show. You know, and you say, what issues stem from the last show? I was there. There was no issues. That's exactly what we said. We were showed the police reports by the owner of Pulaski Hall where we had our last event. And the police called in for backup basically when people were leaving. Because everybody was leaving, obviously. There were 200 people leaving. So they called in for backup.
Why?
And that because, I don't know, because there's a lot of people. I mean, I almost understand it, I guess, but not really. Like, we had to hire police. We were told that was part of our agreement, so we hired police officers to work. They brought the correct amount for what they...
Yeah, but they didn't realize that the show was going to end? Like, what did they think? It was going to indefinitely go on? Like, I don't understand the argument there.
Well, regardless, they called in backup because all these people were leaving the building at once, as people do when something ends.
Right.
So, yeah, that backup was there for 5 minutes total, 5 minutes. So, but they use that as evidence of like our out of control party. They said that people were drinking in the parking lot, but I was there. I never really saw people.
No, there was not.
I didn't see anybody drinking in the parking lot. No, and the police were in the parking lot. The police were there. Like if you're a police officer and you see a person breaking the law and you make us hire you to be at this event, wouldn't you think that the thing that you're hired there to do, you would be doing?
Right.
So if you see somebody breaking the law...
Did they make any arrests? Did they arrest anybody?
No, they made no arrests. They made no arrests. There was no arrests made.
That's interesting. I would use that as a big evidence, but you don't want to slap the beehive either, because that could make them go, well, we'll get an arrest for next time then, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, and the police were definitely on some bullshit, they get hired to do events in Chicopee. They basically, in my eyes, extort venues in this way, to get continuous work, and overtime, all that good shit. So they do this to a lot of places, but pretty much they only do it on hip-hop nights. They have hard rock shows all the time at these smaller venues. There's a larger venue, maximum capacity out there that, they have a steady police presence on.
I have a good memory to reminisce on with you. Remember when we were at that one venue? I performed, you performed your new joint for the first time. Sakurai came kind of late, performed. John Effect, he performed. Yeah. And we were standing at the window there, and that dude just dropped bombs on the car dealership.
All right. Well, it's funny you say that. It's like that's actually one of the venues we've been looking at, and one of the problems has been that event, which we were not involved in. I was just performing. I'm not an artist. I don't draw on walls and shit like that. That's not what I do. I was just performing.
Yeah, you were just performing. You weren't out there with a can of spray paint, making your name all big at a place of business that would have been open in 7 hours from when he did that. That's shitty. That's a really shitty thing to do. Part of me kind of respected it though, because I'm like, what balls? But at the same time, I was like, that just fucked up.
Asshole.
Yeah, at the same time, that fucked up what everybody is going to try to do hip-hop wise at that venue. What was that venue again?
I don't want to say it.
Okay, yeah, we'll not say it on the air. I'm going to have you remind me when you get off, but...
Yeah, I don't want to bring that up because, like I said, that's one of the venues we're looking at. So, I think everybody knows that, like, our crowd, who people who've been to our events see our crowd's like pretty, I don't know, they're not out for fucking blood, you know what I mean? It's a pretty gentle crowd, man. So I think that, like, we're trying to get around having these issues, man. I feel like if everybody they want to come out and see the show and they want to enjoy themselves, we won't have any issues. We'll never have any issues. it's really about like showing. I don't know. It's bullshit, but like at the same time, you got to show people that like we are civilized people. You know what I mean? Like hip hop crowds are civilized crowds. You know, we're not fucking savages. We all know this.
Hey, when's the August?
We all know this.
When's the August event? Because I noticed I wasn't asked to battle at this one.
That's literally why I just said, yo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're working on it, man. But like we've been getting shit from the police department. That was basically the gist that I was getting to. Is that because of whatever these issues are that they have with us, we're getting shit from them, and it's made it tough for us to find a venue.
Is it going to turn into a September event?
I think there's a good chance that we'll go into September, just for security's sake, to make sure we get all the lineup and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to battle.
And well then let's talk, man. When we get off, we'll talk. But like we were trying to avoid.
Get me Joe. Joe
we were trying to avoid going into September because iBattle had an event September 13th, but they canceled that. And I think if I read correctly, they pushed back all their events for a little while. So that Logic can get his health right and get better and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like it actually helps us out with the issues we're having. That because we didn't want to step on any toes and have something on like the week before them or the same day as them or anything like that. But now we have a little more freedom with that. So that's why we're thinking about moving it back a little bit. That's just a little bit of a jazz on the event, and that's why we've been holding it up.
Yeah.
I hate having to hold shit up for people, because I know that all the MCs are like ready to go, but we've been moved out of Rivoli, we've been moved out of Pulaski's.
What happened to Rivoli though? They're just not allowed to do music? Because I was booked for 2 shows there this month that both got canceled.
Yeah, well, Rivoli's we are doing some things there, but there's really restrictions, as far as like being able to play music, things like that, because they supposedly, again, the police brought this up after they've been, have a liquor license and moved into a place that there's, whatever ordinances that they're violating or something. It's always some bullshit, But basically what they're saying is that Rivoli's can't have music playing. So, being that we are...
How about Bishop's Lounge?
Yeah, Bishop's Lounge is the spot, man. Fuck all that. Do it there.
Yeah, but the thing about Bishop's Lounge is...
20 feet by 30 feet.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah, it's tiny, and also we can't charge any more than $5 there. So it kind of limits like us bringing people out and stuff like that. Bringing X amount of towns because we don't have yet the buying power. There is a couple other venues we're looking at. I don't want to put them on blast. But we are looking at a couple venues. Not like we've been sitting around fucking moping about this. We've been trying to find stuff, but we keep running into the same problem, especially in the town of Chicopee. But I think we have a couple alternatives. We want to try to keep shit near the highway because I know people are coming from out of town for it. So we'll see where we end up. I think we'll have a venue in the next week, though.
Okay, cool. Let me know.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Brash, if you want to get down, man, I've been under the impression that you were kind of taking a break and stepping back for a little bit after the issues.
No, I probably, to be honest with you, I probably am. I was just giving you bullshit for no reason. I'll probably still come to hang out though, but
oh, please do, man. It's always a good time.
Here's the thing. Every time I do a battle, I stress my wife out. That's what it really comes down to be honest with you, because whenever I have a battle, I train like it's a boxing match, to the point where my wife is like, all right, like I'll go, all right, no, I gotta go run. So I go run to get the blood pumping through my brain. Huh?
That's fucking incredible. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
It really helps. It helps with a few of the good performances that I've had. Like, if you ever said to yourself, wow, Brash stepped it up for this one, it's because chubby white guy decided to exercise and go hit the bag and, spend all this extra time.
I hear that.
Huh?
I remember you being like, yeah, like, look at me in this battle. Look at all the weight I lost.
Yeah. No, it's like
maybe it's the regiment.
Whenever I have a battle booked, I'm like, all right, I got to lose 10 pounds for this to make weight. Like I put in my brain like there's like a day where we weigh in and stuff. You know, like I just treat it like it's an actual sporting event instead of like an art. I mean, it is an art, obviously, but I really like throw myself at it. So I put in a lot of time for battles now. You know?
Right. Go too hard on the chubby jokes?
Huh?
Did I go too hard on the chubby jokes? Is that what
Well,
it was?
I lost weight after that, and then I gained it all back again. So, yeah, no, it was fine. You can say anything to me, man.
Cycle.
I don't get. My feelings don't get hurt. I thought you had some good lines against me, though.
If they did to be 100% honest with you. If your feelings are gonna get hurt, don't battle.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. I've had a few oof instances though, like, ooh, like my stuff. Like when people diss my wife, I mean, it's like that's my best friend, man. She didn't do anything to you, you know. But at the same time, it's like it doesn't matter at the same time.
Like that.
I know. I don't. I'm just saying I do,
how does
but I
that
don't.
go over at home?
She doesn't care.
And
No, she's seen every battle and she just shrugs it off because she knows it's not real. She's like, that guy didn't rape me, you know? It's like that's
Nobody even knows her.
That's horrible.
Like, I assume every person I battle, I don't know if you've noticed, but every person I battle has a girlfriend. I don't give a fuck if they don't.
yeah.
And I'm going to spit lines about it. Like, serious.
Dude, I can't remember exactly what you said about. I think you probably said something about my wife in our battle, right? I can't remember anymore.
oh yeah, sure.
I'm sure I fucking did.
Yo, those lines about
Hey,
Dorico
like those
lifting
two.
up his belly to fuck his girl. Oh my god. You can't see me at all, but I was hiding with Benny Black during the whole battle, cringing. Like, ooh, that must hurt. Oh, that must hurt too. Oh. Yeah.
Yo, it was like yo
The battle
during.
versus Go ahead, Vorheez. Go ahead.
No. Go
I
ahead.
I want to hear about the Dorico battle.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the Dorico battle.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's the first one that I'm actually like watching on cam, and like even though the crowd wasn't really feeling like the whole battle as a whole in the third, it was like my first one. Like those first 2 rounds, I actually fucked with it, like on cam. Most of my battles I don't mess with on cam.
Yeah.
Weird.
I can't stand looking at myself or listening to my own voice. You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
I just people tell me they like my work. I'm like, cool. I don't, you know, because it's like, I don't know. It's like
You just look at it with a completely different like critique system.
yeah, like oh, I could have said this line better. I could have done that a little better. And you're just looking at it. Like fans look at something from the point of I'm gonna take this in and just appreciate it for what it is. You know, a lot of battle rap fans will pick apart whatever you did in the ring, but for the most part, they're there to take it in. You know, they want to take in what your experience is that you're offering. Now, if you're an artist and you're looking at that, like I don't know, I've been a long time believer that becoming an artist that what you enjoy kind of ruins your enjoyment of it later, you know? Like when I get when I listen
100%.
when I listen to like a CD of like an artist, like listening to Kendrick Lamar, I'm not like listening to Kendrick Lamar, I'm thinking like, all right, well, he put it together like this, he must have been thinking about it this way, you know what I mean? And I don't even know why I brought him up just now, but I'm saying, you know what I mean?
No,
Just
in general, though.
yeah, just like any MC that I listen to, I'm like, all right, well, they sat down and they had an idea and they put this together like that, you know? Like I'm thinking about it in those terms. I'm not just, you know, enjoying a Jay-Z song, which, you know, I do all the time.
I haven't done that in a couple of years.
Dude, I got an iPod Classic. Remember those? It's just filled with Jay-Z. I got like literally like 10 gigabytes of just Jay-Z.
Yo, I love old Jay-Z, but I can't stand Jay-Z now.
Yeah, Kingdom Come was when I was like, you know what? I'm all set. I'm all done now. I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one right after the Black album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Black album was his last like good album.
And that's when he said he was gonna retire too. You know?
Exactly. Why didn't you?
Yeah.
Would have been so good. Just stay home, bang Beyonce, and have babies. You know, like man.
Yeah, but look at it from his perspective, or try to, and I only can because I have a good imagination. Is you have literally almost an endless supply of money. You have so much fame still that people are harassing you everywhere you go. So you have an endless amount of money and you can't go to the mall. And you are still an artist. What the fuck are you gonna do with yourself? What else are you gonna do with yourself? Dude,
Yo, that's so true.
If you become famous, you're trapped in a way. It's weird. Like, I've always wanted to get some fame, but a part of me goes, it'd be all right if fame doesn't work out, because then I can't, if pumping gas and somebody wants to harass you. You know what I mean? There are times where I'm out in public, like, man, I'm with my daughter. I just want to be left the fuck alone, Me and my son are just trying to eat some ice cream, Imagine, like, people coming up to you like, oh, you're so good. Like, that adulation's probably cool for a little while, but then it probably would get old,
Yeah, man. I don't fucking like it at all anyway.
Oh, yeah, because
I'd rather people just not fucking say anything, you know what I mean?
Well, Rugged Man's got a YouTube video that made me super jealous, because he was like, yeah, I go do a show, beautiful women.
Yep,
people
I know
want to
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then he's like, then I step out on the street, back to normal. I'm like, fuck, how do you do that?
Across the fucking street, I can get a pack of cigarettes. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I want to be that fame. However you get that level, that's what I want, where you can just control it,
Where you're like that's like Vice famous, where you're famous on like weird niche fucking websites, but
yeah, exactly. And dude, Rugged Man, he's only put out like 2 or 3 albums. Like, he hasn't done that much. Like, he put out like he put out legendary classics. Dude, he's a feature dude. He's been on mad features. He's put out mad singles.
Yeah, like he's on everything.
Yeah, but his own discography, as far as like, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right now and read it.
He has 3 albums. He has the one in '92, like Crucified Dibs.
Yeah.
And then Legends Never Die,
and
which was fucking ridiculous.
Legends Never Die is
Legends Never Die is awesome.
It's a compilation album though. That's all that loose, like, random singles that he did and stuff.
No. That's the album. Have you heard the newest album? Yeah, it's crazy.
Die Rugged. Oh, Legendary Classics. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Dude, I loved Legendary Classics when he dropped it. Oh, man. Dude, he's such a good MC, man. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he's worked with a lot of artists that I really have a lot of respect for, too, man. Ayatollah. Yeah, man. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants.
Yeah, I didn't actually, it's funny, I didn't listen to him for that long. Like, I don't know, probably till like 3 or 4 years ago even. And I'd heard him, I didn't really check for him too much, And then somebody was like, yo, you sound like Ari the Rugged Man. So I was like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was cool. Because I always associated him with being that fat white dude jumping around on stage in his underwear, which I remember from like seeing videos of his live shows back in the day. He used to get naked.
Yeah.
And like jump around on stage. And I was
tighty
like,
whities. He used to jump around in his tighty whities and jump into the crowd.
Yeah, it was. And he had long hair then. It was really awkward.
You and me were reminiscing outside of that venue up in Northampton, which its name is escaping me right now. And what's the venue that's like right down the street? He did a show there, and we were talking, and we were both at it.
Pearl Street.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he it was like the end of 2006, and I saw, like, I'll never forget this, man. Rugged Man's performing, and people are feeling him, but nobody, like, I don't know. There was like a weird vibe about him being on stage, and he was basically like yelling at people and doing all sorts of funny shit, like between songs, but he was killing it, But he looked like he hadn't showered like since the tour started, and I mean, he's a New York dude from Long Island, and here we are in Massachusetts, so we're at least on day 2 or 3, you know what I mean? And there was this girl in the audience. I'll never forget this. He goes, yeah. He's like, fuck. I gotta eat up more time. Yo, pretty girl, come over here. She's like, hi, hee, I'm a groupie. And he like, yo, bitch, spit a 16. And he gives her the mic, and she's like, okay, hold on. But she went through the worst 16 I've ever heard in my life. And then he takes the mic back. He's like, oh man, you really suck. You're terrible. You're fucking awful. But how old are you? And she goes, 16. She's like, that's legal here in Massachusetts, right? Because I'm gonna fuck you later. And everyone's like laughing and shit. And she gets off stage, and we forget about it, right? That November, on November 6th, I don't know why I remember the date to this day, I was opening up for Method Man, so I had a stack of flyers at that show, and I was passing them out after the concert. And there was like I see that girl smoking a cigarette, and she's near like what was probably a green room or something. And I'm talking to someone like, yeah, you should come to this show. You should come check out, Meth, man. He's fucking one of the Wu-Tang gods and shit. Rugged Man kicks the door open, grabs the girl, goes, nah, and then slams the door. And I was like, I looked at my buddy Hirsch, and I'm like, did that really just happen? Like, I literally just saw Rugged Man kick the door open, grab the girl he said he was gonna fuck, and pull her into that room. And he's probably fucking her. I don't know. I would assume so at that point.
Good for him.
He just went, nah! He like cavemaned and just grabbed her and pulled her in. And everybody who saw it just kind of like shrugged and went, okay, I guess that's happening now. You know what I mean? It was fucking crazy. It was really...
that's the illest kind of famous.
Yeah.
Right there. That's as far as I want famous to go.
Yeah.
Just statutory famous, where people tell stories about it years later.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think 16 is legal in Massachusetts, though. So...
Is it?
I don't know.
Creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys creepy
Still ain't
state up
fucking
there.
with it. I still ain't fucking with it.
No, me either, man. That's too, like... I could see myself getting away with it at 19, but at fucking 30, I don't think so.
No, wait, bro. I was at Six Flags today. It wasn't a good feeling.
What, you were at Six Flags today?
Yeah, it wasn't a good feeling. Seeing fucking old man.
They're closing down that fucking roller coaster, the old rickety one at the north side of the park near the swing.
I got passes, and I went a little bit ago, and I went on it one last time for old days' sake. Do you remember when they had that shit there called the rotor that was right next to it that would just spin around and stick you to the wall?
Yeah, I do.
That was bomb. I remember being in that one time and seeing some dude stand up like on the wall, so he was just like fucking horizontal with the floor. It was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
As a little kid, that was godlike, seeing some fucking goth kids floating in the air.
They must have rang the bell and stopped the ride,
No, they let him go. They let him go till the end. I don't know why, but maybe it was just a little more lax back then.
Ballsy.
They let him roll.
In this litigious country, if he like flies out or something, I don't know.
No. This was in the 90s, dude. This was maybe even the late 80s. This is when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's gone now. They got all kinds of crazy shit there, man.
Yeah.
I was there for like 6 hours today. I've been fucking sunburned and like sunstroke. So I'm about to die.
Yeah.
It's good though. My daughter's sleeping.
Yeah. Hey, how far away is it from where you are? How far, like a drive, is it to Six Flags from where you are?
20, 25 minutes.
Oh, I'm so jealous, man. If I had that shit in my house.
No, it's well, actually, yeah, it's about somewhere around there. 25, 35, I'd say, I guess. Ain't bad. It's quick.
Yeah, for me, it was, for me, it's always been like, we're going to go to Six Flags, hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. Sucks. I never had to drive back then, but what?
The art of hip-hop. How long does it take to get to Six Flags?
I know, fucking A.
But
the art of driving to Six Flags.
In Connecticut, you have Jesus World. Did you ever go to Christ World, or whatever the fuck it was called?
Some dude brought a girl there and raped her and killed her. And so I always associate that place, not with Jesus, but with murder and killing and fucking rape.
That place, it's super fucked up. It's like, literally, there's like a broken down fucking
Jesus factory
amusement park.
Yeah,
it's so creepy. I've seen pictures of it online. That's just super creepy.
Yeah, didn't you want to do a photo shoot there or something?
I did. I wanted to do a video there because I have a video I have a song about fucking
Jesus.
I don't do God.
Oh.
Yeah, about atheists. Yeah, but
you're an
atheist?
I don't do
God.
Like you don't believe in God at all? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I open a barrel of monkeys?
I mean,
I'm asking for you.
If you want me to keep it real, I could tell you that no. I think everything's basically a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
And that's how everything happened.
I think everything is happening because it can. I don't think it's happening because like some mastermind necessarily came up with it. But at the same time, I mean, dude, I can't prove to you that Bigfoot doesn't exist either. You know what I mean? So to talk about it is to me kind of just like, well, until something comes out of nowhere and is like, "What's up? I'm God." You know, there's really not any reason to go to church on Sunday. That's kind of like my thought process on it. I don't know. aLiterate, what about you? You believe in God? aLiterate, Bobby Shutt.
Checked out.
Oh shit, my bad.
What happened?
No, I don't believe in God at all, to be honest with you.
You don't? No God at all?
I never really have, dude. I just feel like it's too, like, magic wandy for me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like,
for real.
Clearly could come. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you definitely could just, like, you know, something can come of nothing.
You know, and isn't it mad creepy that people follow around some shit that they don't know nothing about, really?
Yeah.
Like, it's I think religion, like, I think it's cool when people are like personal about it and they have a feeling, a belief in like some kind of like, you know, fucking just something that's out there, you know what I mean? But when I see people dress it up and like think they got to do all this parading around and wearing shit and like going to a building and giving them money and like supporting, you know, slavery and like all this fucked up shit that people do in the name of religion, it really freaks me out, and that's why I don't fuck with it overall. You know,
see,
at the end of the day, I think that organized religion is super creepy.
I believe in right and wrong beyond like what the law, like the book of law says, though. You know what I mean? And a lot of that comes from religion, I think. You know, like the thou shalt not kill. Like I totally agree with that. You know what I mean? Like thou shalt not fucking.
Yeah, but that's something you're just supposed to know, man. Like, obviously, you shouldn't kill something.
Right, but the original thought behind that came from religion, though. You know what I mean? So it's not as if like religion's completely, it has no value completely. But the thing that's interesting to me,
I'm pretty sure that people were thinking, "Do not kill." Things before, like they're like God said, "Do not kill."
Well, yeah, but that was before the police department, though, too. Like if let's say that like it's the year like 4 or something, or like the year negative whatever, like, and you own a farm and you're out in the field and I see you, and I could throw a rock at your head and kill you on accident and there would be no repercussion, like, 'cause I just ran away and fucking got away from there before anybody saw like the blood on my hands or whatever, and nobody knows what happened to Jason Vorheez, the negative 4-year farmer. You know what I mean? So they had to like put something in place for, because that shit was rampant, man. Like, who did it? Oh, I don't know. Like whole villages of people and shit. You know what I mean? So they had to put a scary man in the sky to stop that. So that's kind of where it all comes. Like, obviously, yes, it's ingrained in you. You shouldn't kill people. But I mean, for some people, it's not ingrained in them. You know?
You're kind of just saying that it was fake. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that.
Why they did it.
Right. I'm not saying that God is real based on what I said. I don't. Here's the thing, though. But I don't think. It's very possible in my head that a God could exist. I don't like refute it like as a possibility, you know, like I think that's the difference between agnostic and atheism. Like atheism's like, no, there's no possible way that could be happening. But I've seen some crazy shit. Not anything that makes me go, oh, God's real, but like I think it is a possibility that he could exist. Maybe.
I think it could exist, just definitely not the way that it's portrayed, like in everyday life.
Right. That's kind of how I don't think human beings really have a grasp on God at all. I don't know. But this is the art of hip-hop.
I've always thought Jesus would be a real cool guy, though.
Yeah, he was probably the man.
Like, I just feel like he'd be like an awesome dude to hang out with.
He would. He'd be real down to earth.
But other than that, like, I don't think he could like make wine in the water. That would be awesome too. You know, all that stuff. The water and the wine or whatever he did.
You know what you just made me think of? Did you ever see that Family Guy joke where Peter goes to the church and he goes, "Is that really the blood of Christ?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Wow, that guy must have been wasted 24/7 from back in the day." That's an early Family Guy joke.
That. Yeah, I remember that. Yo, check it out. I really do have to call this venue.
Huh?
Yeah.
Can we go back to a minute?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yo, boys, is your tryout event at the same day as the iBattle event that's Se2 in the main event, like Lord K's battling and stuff?
Yeah, that was kind of
The problem?
It wasn't planned. Yeah, no, it wasn't planned. It was not really a problem because, it's a tryout. It's all new guys. It isn't like, Sakurai or Lord K or Hoodie Kruger needed a tryout. And actually, Lord K and Hoodie got on it because Logic hit us up and asked us, who do you have who's not on your next event, who would be able to come out? And those were the guys who weren't already booked for the one we're throwing in September or August, whenever we do it. And yeah, they were who was left and who wanted to battle and who we thought would be the best pick to go up there, So that's why they ended up up there. There's no harm, no foul.
So it is. All right, yeah. No, I wasn't saying it was fucked up or anything. I just I want to go to both. You know what I mean? Same day.
I know. Well, it sucks too because ADHD is filming the tryouts. So James and James obviously both wanted to go to the iBattle shit too, but they can't because they already had signed on to.
Are they battling?
Do the tryout. Who? James? No.
Yeah. Oh.
No, ADHD? Oh, no.
ADHD TV, motherfucker.
No, I know. I just didn't know because you said tryout.
You're down with the crew, huh?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm part of it. Yeah.
I guess I'm on the team.
Yeah, I'm on the team.
Everybody's on. Everybody's on. How?
Everybody who's dope is on the team.
The whole 413 Battle League on the ADHD team, man.
I know. Man. I'm like, it's 413 Battle League and Jeffrey. That's ADHD and Lex Luthor. Shout out Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Lex was on the last one.
Because that Beast Mode event looks awesome. I gotta say, and I'm kind of pissed. I don't think I'm gonna be there. I really want to be, but I'm moving.
I'm in the same boat, man. It's on a Sunday. It's a shitty day for me because, dude, I get out of work at 5 and it's a 2.5 hour drive from where I'm at. So I get out at 5, 6, 7:30 is the earliest I could be there, and then how much of it did I miss? I'm just still debating going though. Still debating.
Yeah, I mean, I got 3.5. I mean, I know some of the guys are coming out from just as far and going back, but I can't do it. I'm gonna talk to my daughter on Monday. I got to move. So I'm packing this whole time. I've been packing pretty much all week except for today. But yeah, my daughter's out of school, so I'm locked in for Mondays. But yeah. But anyways, I think that event looks dope. Who is it? Greedy and Troy Brown, I think it is, which is going to be dope. I was actually Troy Brown hit me up about coming up here for 4-3, which I think would be great. I've been checking him out for a while.
Greedy Grimes, yes. He's the man too, by the way. Like, just his personality and stuff. Like, he's an all-around good dude. He's a dope artist and he's a good dude. He's not like he's got confidence in himself, but he's not like, I'm above all these other people. You know what I mean? That's not how Greedy operates. He's a dope artist, yo. I like him as a person.
He's good shit too, man. He's a good time to have around too, man. I like all those dudes, all those Manchester United guys.
Yo, if you look at Greedy's face though, when aLiterate is battling Dorico, he looks like, oh man, Dorico's losing. Like, there are so many. I wanted to make icons of everybody in the audience, their faces. There was one guy who was not giving a shit about either of them, to be honest with you. Up in the front row, he just had his arms crossed and he was just staring like with his mouth open the entire time. Both when aLiterate was rapping.
I'm pretty sure one of my friends highlighted the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you know.
Big picture on one of the comments.
If you said his like the best line that any battle rapper's ever said, I still think he would have just been like he just didn't react to anything. He didn't give a shit. Guy in the front row with the tattoo. Shout outs to you, man. I love the composure.
Sure. Yo, I might be dating myself, but have you guys ever seen the wicked old Reed Dollars versus Trigger battle?
Aren't you a decade younger than me?
Yeah, but battle rap wise, no way.
He's dating.
Battle rap wise, I'm older than you. I have to be.
Yeah.
But have you seen Reed Dollars versus Trigger?
No, I haven't. I don't think so. I maybe back in the day.
If you guys YouTube that battle, there's one guy that just stands directly in the middle, like where a host would stand, and he literally doesn't even turn his head to look at them. He looks at them through his peripherals the entire battle. It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, there's definitely been like a couple battles. Usually tryouts, because those shit can get horrible. That I've just caught myself just like making faces at the camera and like fucking around, like just stop, you know.
I think I want to come to the tryout battle just to be like, hey, I'm in here to see some motherfuckers choke. Make a meme out of my face.
Do you want to be a judge?
I would be a judge, yeah. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
I want to be a judge.
You're gonna be an iBattle.
I'm in a battle? Are we judging battles now?
No, you're going to be at iBattle. We only judge tryouts. I think it's good for people to get judged, you know, just early on.
Yeah.
So they can kind of feel that pain.
Also, yeah. Also, if they bomb, they can hear it from like a vet, like, hey man, yo, I bombed my first on-camera battle. It was bad. I had a really shitty time, but
Dude, can I tell you guys something? There's
What?
an awesome bombing story. I was cleaning my house out and I'm moving, and I just found my first diary. Brash, I know I interrupted you horrible. I found a diary.
Diary?
Yes, it's like me drunk at like 13 years old, like writing like, yo, I smoked weed today. Yo, I got a new Kanai shirt today. Yo, I made out with this chick in study hall. Like, it's horrible. It's super embarrassing. But I was reading it, embarrassing myself, and I found a description of my first choke on the mic, and it was like the longest entry in there, and it was horrible to read because I remember it, and it was fucking ego deflating. And even just thinking about it, like 18 years later, it just fucking brought it back like pain. Yeah. But anyways, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, I don't even remember what I was talking about, so it didn't fucking matter in any capacity.
We're talking about fucking choke. And it blew into my head because I literally found it this morning, and it was like yesterday afternoon, I should say. But I was reading it this morning, and it was sad.
I got booed off stage because me and Crooked Minds got booked up to open up for Omarion and Marquise Houston in 2007.
Really?
Yeah, man.
What the fuck?
I don't know why we had a booking agent manager type dude who
That sounds like an awful time.
Yeah, it was not fun because we went out there and it was just a sea of like 14 to 17-year-old girls. Like, that's who our audience was.
Way funner now.
Yeah, and we were like, all right. When I performed, it was okay, because I was on a label at the time that was trying to make me do more kind of like poppy stuff. So I had poppier beats, and I got them to dance a little bit, and I was like, all right, that wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be. Then when Crooked Minds came out, they didn't, they were like, all right, we're doing this kick you in the face rap type of shit, and they put up with one song. And then I was on stage with them when it happened, and I just saw it spread. Like, I saw the one girl who was like, no, boo, and she started doing a thumbs down, boo, and then she tapped a girl on the shoulder, and that girl was like, yeah, they do suck, boo, and I'm like, I saw it spread. I'm like, oh no, and then suddenly the whole room was booing, and I got hit with gum. I chewed gum. I got hit with a quarter. I'm like, all right, I just got hit with gum, God. And then a pencil, and then I'm like, dude, I got to get off this stage. It was like, I swear, I've learned there is nothing more vicious than a fucking room of 600 15 to 17-year-old girls. And that was the art of hiphop.net, ladies and gentlemen. Come back next time. Hey, we got 2 listeners this time. A lot of people download it when I put it up on iTunes, though, so that's probably our target market. So just to plug,
Leo, you managed to keep me on. I got to bounce. I guess I got a call for this venue.
I don't care. Just say a thing you're gonna do in the future that you want people to go to real quick, and then hang up.
All right, yo, 413 Battle League. It's your boy Vorheez. What do I got going on, man? I make music. You can look it up online, but we have tryouts August 9th. If you want to get down on the tryouts for 413 Battle League, hit me up on Facebook. You can hit us up on Gmail, 413battles@gmail. You can leave a funny comment on a video that you watched, because you should watch all our videos, especially that aLiterate Dorico, which just dropped this week. And that's about it for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna post in the description of the blog with the link for the battle. I'm really tired and shit, so I'm gonna go to bed right after this. But Bobby, you have anything you want to plug real quick? Tell people to go somewhere, buy a thing, do something.
Just go on YouTube and type in aLiterate and watch my battles. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, you've got a good rap name because you put in aLiterate and like you come up. It's just it's you. It's not like anything else because it's not a word that's used a lot. You put in brash on YouTube. I think the first thing that comes up is like women's shoes or an ad for that. So.
Yeah. You gotta be somewhere on the first page.
I think maybe, but I doubt it. There's another brash now too. Is this dude from wherever? I don't know where he's from, but he made a rap video and he's using my name. And part of me wants to pull the like, well, I fucking made this my performer name, and then I'm like, fuck it, maybe I'm stuck with this name. I didn't want it. You know what I mean? I didn't choose the name Brash. I got stuck with it. So
you gotta go with the classic diss track, I think.
Yeah, just tell him that he's a cocksucker for having a name similar to mine, But yeah, I'm going to end the stream, man. And Bobby, just stay on the line for a minute.
Got you.